a fresh blue rain cloud. These garments are colored like the beautiful dark hue of river Yamuna, who feels great fear due to the striking of your blow. So here, these are the various wonderful versions where Lord Balaramji is glorified. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj, he questions to Sukadeva Goswami. He asked why at all Balaram has to be transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, these pastimes are revealed by Sukadeva Goswami. So he says in Vrindavan, Rohini, who is the wife of Vasudeva, happens to take shelter of Nanda Maharaj and Queen Yashoda. Because of these atrocities of Kamsa, he was creating a fearful situation. So most of the Yadukulas, many people in the Yadukula dynasty, they have scattered here there in the countries. And they have taken shelter of various places. Some of them, they also hid in the caves of the mountains. So Lord, he orders Yoga Maya. Generally, Lord has innumerable potencies. Parasya Shakti Vividhaya Sriyate. So one of his potency is internal potency, external potencies. Yoga Maya is considered to be Lord's potency. She actually assists the Lord in his pastimes. And when she deals with the people in the conditioned world, she acts as Mahamaya. So he orders this Yoga Maya to transfer the Lord Balaram Sesha from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So before there were 6 children born in the womb of Devaki, they were considered to be the personification of anarthas, and especially it is said that they were supposed to be killed by their own father. So this Kamsa, in his past life, he was a demon, Kalaneni. So he was one who has to kill his own children. That's why he has, in the second life, he comes as Kamsa, and he kills 6 babies who are the personification of sin, like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. So when the 6 anarthas appear in the womb of Devaki, in order to purify the womb, the first appearance is Lord Balaram. He enters the womb. So whenever the Lord appears in a particular place, that is called as Dhama, holy place. It's a spiritual abode. So Devaki's womb actually becomes the spiritual abode because it becomes the place of the residence of the absolute truth. So since Devaki was kept in the prison house of Kamsa, even though she was bearing the Lord in the womb, she was having this transcendental beauty. She was shining, she was having so much brightness and so much luster, which Kamsa observed. But because he was in the prison, nobody could envision this. So there is an analogy given here, saying that when the fire is kept in a jug, so its illumination is not manifest, it's not perceived by many. So similarly, because Devaki, since she is bearing the Lord and her womb, no one is able to envision her transcendental beauty. And Kamsa, he was thinking that if I kill this, his own sister Devaki, he'll be losing his reputation. And he thought, let me wait till the baby, she conceives the baby and kill him. So this was Kamsa's situation. He was thinking that he can kill the Lord also. So Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 11th verse explains that Avajhananti Mamuda Manushantam Ashritaha Param Bhavam Ajanavatam Mahubhutam Maheshwara. So Avajhananti Mamuda, Muda means those who are intelligent. They cannot perceive the absolute truth, they cannot realize the absolute truth about his transcendental form and his nature. So they think that he is also someone like ordinary person like us. So similarly, Kamsa was also thinking that I can kill Lord. Because he don't know that Lord is beyond birth and death and he can do anything. He was ignorant, so he was thinking that. So whenever the Lord appears, there are many reasons like Paritranaya Samana, Vinashaya Chidutram, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya, Samvami Yuge. So when Lord appears, he actually divides himself into 2, like he has two ways in divisions. Like first he divides into many of his incarnations as Kala and Swamsha, and he also his expansions are also called as Vibhinnamsha, which are living entities. So all the living entities are considered to be Vibhinnamsha. And personally, Balaram, who is the first expansion of Lord Krishna, is called as Vamsha. And then Balaram, he expands himself into Sankarshan, that is called as Kala. So in this way, there is an explanation given by Srila Prabhupada, like in one of the verses in Brahma Samhita, which explains that there is no difference among all these incarnations. So there is a verse, Deepa Chadeva Hidasanta Abhipetya, Deepa Ite Vibhuta Hetu Samana Dharma. So just like when we take a candle and light another candle, second candle, and the second candle we light the third candle. In this way, followed by we light thousands of candles. But the distribution of the light in every candle has the same potency. And the candle power is not reduced, like it's the same potency. Similarly, the Lord, even though He manifests into so many incarnations, He has that same, all the incarnations has the same potency, there is no difference. So Balaram, he expands himself into 5 features, like he expands into Mahasankarshana, then the second expansion is Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, then as a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, he enters into each and every planet, and the fourth expansion is Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, who actually expands into everyone's heart as Paramatma, and the fifth expansion is Shesha. So these 5 plenary portions of the Lord actually are responsible for spiritual and material cosmic manifestations. So in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 29th verse, the Lord explains that among many headed Nagas, I am Ananta. So the word Ananta means unlimited. So here, Ananta Sesha, being the source of all power, who sustains all the planet in different positions. Generally we see all these planets are moving on their own orbit, they don't collide with each other, and they are in the space. Who is holding them? So some of the Greeks, they have this idea that there is some old person who is trying to hold this, struggling to hold these planets, but it's not like that. Like the Lord, just by His glance, He is sustaining all these planets in space. Like this is known as a gravitational force, where the scientists call. But actually it is the display of the potency of Lord Sankarshana. So just by his glance, he agitates the entire cosmic energy, and then the action begins. Just like a scientist, however expert he may be, he creates a very good and wonderful machine. But without the operator, the machine cannot function on its own. So similarly, this creation is there and there is a creator. Nothing happens without the creator. So in this way, the Lord, He, with this chit potency, dealing with this material world, He actually helps them hold in the, they are rotating on their own orbit and they don't collide, and they are in the space like that remaining. This is all because of Sankarshan. So in this way, we can understand that Lord Balaram is the source of all the incarnations, and at the same time, he is in the mood of an ideal servant of Krishna. So there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita which explains about this. Akala Ishvara Krishna Arasava Nritya. So the word Nritya is servant, servitor, Sevaka Bhagavan. So the Lord Balaram is manifested himself as Sevaka Bhagavan. So even though he is a Lord, he himself practically demonstrates how to serve. He personally expands himself as Balaram and sets example how to develop this service attitude by showing practical. Just like for example, if a man has a problem in his body, like if you want to have a massage in a particular portion of his body, he shows that this portion is paining, you can just massage me here. So he practically indicates like that. So similarly, the Lord is personally expanding himself as Balaram, and he is practically demonstrating how to serve him. So in other words, Balaram is called as Sevaka Bhagavan. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also it explains that अपने के नृत्य करी प्रभु ज्ञान कृष्ण करिले कर अपने मौन. So he says that he is considered himself to be a servant and Krishna is the master. So Balaram is always in the mode of servitor. So once Srila Prabhupada asked his disciples, what is the duty of a spiritual master? Is to serve Krishna. And at the same time, what is the duty of a disciple? To assist his spiritual master. So therefore Balaram is also called as Adi Guru, the original spiritual master. And he is the spiritual masters of all the spiritual masters. And any preacher who at all want to preach this Sanatana Dharma, if at all he wants to have this, get some strength, he can only get strength from Balaramji, because he is Adi Guru. So Prabhupada explains this word Balaram. Actually Bala means it's not physical strength. No one by having this physical strength, bodily strength, they can become self-realized. But actually the word Bala means it's a spiritual strength, and Rama means who gives this transcendental pleasure, Ramana. So there is a verse in Ramayana where explains that Ramante, there is a verse which explains about the yogis.